Hello, I'm Bluebird819 and welcome to another one of my Elder Scrolls Online videos. Today we're going to be looking at the quest for the Woodworker Certification, where you can become certified in woodworking and start levelling up for all the items that you make. First of all, you need to go and find some rough cut maple. I already had some in my inventory. Then once you have that, you need to go to the southeast of the Valkel Guard waypoint and travel through until you get to where the woodworking station is. For this quest you will need 10 pieces of rough cut maple. I have a few more because I've just been picking them up as I've been wandering around Oregon. Behind me is where you can see the blacksmithing station where you can do the blacksmithing, and just up the stairs here is where you can do the woodworking. So you need to go and find this woman and tell her that you have the rough cut maple.
Look for rough maple in forested areas. Sometimes you'll see logs washed up on beaches. You should avoid cutting a rough maple log with a wasp nest inside. It's rather unpleasant. So are the lotions you'll need for the stings.
I'm not quite sure how you would distinguish normal maple from one with a wasp nest inside. I've not actually come across one with a wasp nest inside as yet.
Return to me when you've done that, and we'll talk about crafting a maple bow. If you're in a guild, check the guild stores. They often have raw materials and refined goods for sale. Of course, you can always trade with a friend.
Once you've interacted with her, go to the woodworking table, which is just over here, and interact with that, and you should be able to refine your rough cut maple into sanded maple. You will actually need some spare inventory slots, and that's something I haven't got, so I'm just going to get rid of some of my stuff so I can actually do this.
You can't keep up. Those that can't keep up get left behind.
Eventually we get there. It's best to ensure when you're doing these missions that you do have plenty of empty inventory slots. However, I'm trying to get quite a few different quests done here for alchemy and other bits and pieces as well. I've got plenty of jute for the clothier certification as well, which I'll pick up after this one.
Also a style material. Scavenge them yourself or buy a style material from a carpenter. Every race has a traditional material they work into their weapons and armor. For example, the Imperial style material is nickel. I should know. Every day in the Legion camps I worked up. The High Elf style material is adamantite. See what you can do with that. You can learn how.
High elf materials can be purchased from the blacksmith. For this one you need adamantite, which is the high elf material, but once you progress you can use different materials to put different styles to things. So you have your weapon selection at the top, the material underneath and the style underneath that. You can also do other bits and pieces as well once you've levelled up enough. Once you've created your bow, speak to her again and then she'll get you to deconstruct a bow, which is another part of the quest, and once you've done that you should get your Woodworker Certificate.
A good bow will get you far in life. Making good bows will get you farther. Excellent! Now we can talk about deconstruction. You grow as a woodworker when you disassemble your own creations, even more so with someone else's work. Head to a woodworking station and deconstruct your bow, or any other crafted wood. You'll regain some components, of course, but the real trick is to deconstruct another crafter's work. You can learn far more by disassembling someone else's material than your own. It's a fancy way to say take something apart. The term originally came from Altmer poetry critiques. High elves consider their physical crafts to be forms of poetry, so it stuck. You can't know what a sword is, only what it's not, and so forth.
To deconstruct something you need to go back to the woodworking station and select the deconstruct option. Any items you have that are okay to deconstruct can be found in here. You do need an empty inventory slot to be able to deconstruct. I shall just clear one. Select the item you want to deconstruct and it will do this. If you find anything useful in there, it will come up and tell you on the screen. It can unlock new abilities when you're crafting your own weapons.
You're a fine woodworker with a steady hand. Certainly, you're more than qualified to fulfill.
Once you finish the quest, you can complete the quest and then pick up any other quests you might not have, such as clothier or the blacksmithing.
If you need training, I have time.
Thank you for watching. If you have enjoyed this and found it useful, please like and subscribe.
However, you must commit. I can't certify two things at once. Show me you can craft a pair of homespun gloves. First, you'll collect some raw jute, then return here and refine it. Finally, you'll use refined jute to make the gloves. Of course, it was the first trade I studied. I'm happy to certify anyone familiar with a clothing station. Now run for...